Hi, hello, how are ya? I'm Angel, and I'm here for a quick stretch and strengthen session. And as per my usual, I thought I would record or come on and invite you to join me to whatever degree you feel like it. Just send you out a quick friendly reminder that it's always a good time to add a little playfulness and a little movement, or maybe nearly always, to your daily routines. Yeah, most of us need more movement in our lives. Some of us maybe less. I think in any case, adding playfulness is a good idea. And I like to remind you that you don't need any special equipment, you don't need any special area to give yourself some movement, some playfulness, some loving attention. That said, this is my self-made mega sculpture called the Head Hutt. We're in the inside upper, the brain area here. And so it is pretty special, but that's just happenstance. I'm going to take just a couple breaths to bring my awareness into the bottoms of my feet. Take a couple nice deep breaths and just let go of the past, the last breath. Jiggle out the shoulders a little bit, checking in, seeing where there's some tension. Let's add some shoulder shrugs now. Breathing in, shrugging and tensing, and then just letting that go, relaxing. A couple more of those. Breathing in, tensing, and then relaxing. One more. Tense, 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 and then just relaxing. Shake that out. I'm going to go ahead and roll on down, just check in with the rest of the spine. Taking my time, just seeing how the spine is doing today. Hey spine, how you doing? We're going to pass the waist all the way down to the hips here. And just hang from the hips for a breath or two. I like to give a good sigh now and here and again. And then I'm going to roll on back up, just letting the arms hang. Still just checking in with that spine, trying to stack one vertebra on top of the next. Seeing where there's suppleness, where there's stiffness. I do a little just arm swinging, twisting, because that feels good. Loosen up that spine a little bit more. Don't forget to breathe and smile, whatever else you're doing. I'm going to come into a straddle position, as it's called. Feet a little wider than shoulder width apart. Whatever feels comfortable. And then I'm going to come into a forward fold with a flat back. To just a 90-degree angle at first, and then check that I'm not locking those knees, even though that's tempting in that position. And then I'm going to use the hands for support as I come on down a little bit further. You go to wherever is comfy in your body. I come down relatively far, again hanging from the hips. And then I'm just going to hang here for a breath or two. Stretch out the spine a little more. I'm going to come on over to the left side and use the hands to kind of pull the torso over that left leg a little bit, doing a forward fold over the left leg. And then walking the hands through the middle over to the right side. Again, using the hands to kind of pull the torso over that leg for a forward fold over the right leg. hear my new wind chimes out there. Coming back to center. I'm going to actually widen that stance just a little bit more. Use the hands to pull the body toward the legs a little bit, getting a nice stretch, and trying to tip the pelvis toward the sky a little bit and still hanging from the hips. Let's walk the hands over toward the left and then pivot the feet so that I'm doing a forward fold over that left foot, but now with the feet in parallel and in one line. We're going to pivot the feet over to the other side. Come over that right leg for forward fold over that one. And then come back to center. Hang here for a breath. Not engaging the abdomen and making sure not to lock these knees. I'm going to roll on up. Again, stacking each vertebra on the next. Got my handy dandy backup face covering for if I forget or drop my mask, or if I actually need to cough or sneeze. Because I don't know about y'all, but if you cough or sneeze in the mask you have to wear all day, well, that's not a good idea, is it? Anyway. I'm going to walk these feet back in. Come back to a standing. Let's do a little balancing while I'm still standing, bringing that hand over to the wall for support. Bringing that left knee toward left shoulder. My sandals in this floor are not getting along so well. That's all right. Staying nice and relaxed, but supportive in that supporting right leg and bringing that knee up a little bit higher. Trying to make sure and not crunch up in those shoulders. Staying nice and long and strong through the abdomen and the spine. And add a little ankle rotation. Set that down. I have to peek and make sure there's just an interesting, those are new wind chimes, so I'm not used to the sound. All right. Whoop. It's a new belt too. All right. Let's pull the right knee up toward the right shoulder a little bit. Making sure not to lock the left supporting leg. Pulling that knee up a little higher. Checking in that the pelvis is nice and well balanced. Try not to tip to either side or too far backward or forward. Kind of keeping that ear over shoulder, shoulder over hip, hip over ankle alignment. I'm going to pull that up a little higher and then add a little ankle rotation. And then setting that down. Shake out the hands. Let's do some wrist rotation after shaking out the tension in the arms and hands a little bit. Really just articulating the fingers, kind of trying to get a nice stretch. Going in one direction and then the other direction. Add some elbow rotation. My elbows kind of get sore. Let's get to explore that. Plus, it kind of looks funny, and I like that about it. Do some arm rotations. Once again, I'm in kind of a precarious spot in the hut here. This will be better. Rotating the arms, just feeling that through the chest and the shoulders. Reversing that. Taking some time to just feel it. I got some good tension going on today. I'm going to take the left arm across the body for some more stretching, dropping that shoulder. Tilt the head away from that shoulder for a little extra stretch through the neck. Releasing that, bringing the right arm across the body, dropping that shoulder, tilting the head away from that shoulder, stretching the neck. And then releasing that, I'm going to bring arms behind the back, elbows towards each other. Let's do a counter stretch first, leaning back. And then coming forward with a relatively flat back from the hips. Bringing those elbows and arms with me. Kind of looking for a straight line, some 90-degree angles, sensations. And also just letting those arms sink. Then we'll play with pulling those elbows towards each other. And letting them relax a little bit. Hi, Sappy Cat. Pulling those elbows towards each other and then relaxing them again. I'm going to pull them over to the left a little bit, twisting the body, and then pull them over to the right a little bit, twisting the body. Coming back to center. Let those elbows drift away from each other, but keeping the hands together. And bringing the hands down. Check in with the butt, the backs of the legs, backs of the knees, the calves, the ankles, the feet. Coming on up the legs now, checking in with the shins, and the knees, and the thighs, and the belly, back around the hips and the butt. Let's check in with the torso and the back and the chest and the shoulders and down the arms, elbows. Smooth over the face and the hair. Just doing a nice gentle body check. How's the body doing? Like to just check in and also listen. You can listen with your hands. You can ask in words and then listen. How you doing, body? What can I do for you today? Our bodies do so much for us, right? I think it's important to make sure that we are doing for them what they need. So I'm gonna wrap it up about here. Keep it short and sweet with another reminder that you are worthy of your own unconditional love, first, foremost, and always. And also, I love you. I'm sending you some universal love, some angel love. Don't forget to play every day. Move your body. Ciao for now.